everyone. Hey, hello. It is Wednesday. We are live at 5. I usually wait a few minutes. To let people come on. We had a lot of people that signed up. We had, I think, 25 people today. So there's a lot of people out there that are solo cleaners that are looking to figure out how to put the broom down, right? How to get out of the field. I usually wait a couple minutes for people to join in, and I know sometimes a lot of people watch us on replay as well. So we will wait a couple of minutes for people to log in and see if anyone, who's going to watch it live, actually. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Cheryl Hager. I founded Sisters Who Scale. I help cleaning business owners learn how to hire their dream teams, master the art of selling, and learn how to execute the result-producing activities in your business. I have a cleaning company. It's called Made Bright. We're out of Boston, Massachusetts. You can check us out online. It's madebright.cleaning, BRITE.cleaning. So let's see if anyone's popped on yet. If you're jumping on, 5 viewers. If you're jumping on, hey Sydney, hey Candace, how are you? If you're jumping on and you're new, even if you're not new, tell us where you're from. We have people from all over the world attending this now. We even have people in Canada. Sydney just finished. Sydney's one of my clients. Yay! She finished Zoom interviews for employees, which she's hiring her first employees. So that's very, very exciting. And she's also getting married in 2 weeks. So congratulate her. Getting married in 2 weeks and still conducting interviews 2 weeks before her wedding. Central Indiana. Hi, Candace. So I want to welcome all the new people. If you're new on here and you just joined the group, I'm assuming some of you have watched my Zen Maid training. Who did watch the Zen Maid training? I did. Did it a couple of weeks ago during the summit. It was how to become the #1 cleaning business in your area without spending a dime. That was my topic. So I taught a class on how I built my whole entire cleaning business. I never spent a dime on marketing for a long time. So I no longer clean. I haven't for a while. I run the business. I took it from zero, because I started it myself, from the ground up, not a franchise, from zero to over 650,000 and growing. I did it in less than 4 years. And the best part is I did it working about 20 hours a week. And 95% of that is done remotely, with the exceptions of my estimates. I still like to go out and meet all my clients and make relationships with them. So how did I do that? I tell everyone with actionable steps, with leverage systems and focused execution. And I also was never afraid to invest in myself and to put time in, and I believed in myself and my abilities. That's one of the biggest things that I work with my clients. I speak to people all over the world. And sometimes people struggle with belief issues and not wanting to invest in themselves and thinking that they come last. And if you're going to grow and scale a business, any business, whether it's cleaning, whether it's name it, you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe you can do it. You have to take calculated risks. Otherwise, you're not going to scale. Period. End of story. Okay? That's it. I always tell it like it is. I'm from Boston. It's very black and white. If you like that type of approach, perfect. I'm not going to blow sunshine up. You know what? I'm going to tell you how to do it. So I no longer clean. I haven't for a while. I run the business, like I said, which is fantastic. And a lot of people ask me how I did it. How did I get out of the field? So it wasn't always easy. It wasn't always fun. As a matter of fact, it was an epic disaster in the beginning. So why was it a disaster in the beginning? I paid people under the table. I let them run the schedule. I let them make the rules. And then I let them tell me when they were going to come into work. So it was a complete mess. It was complete chaos in the beginning of my own cleaning business. So what do I do as a business coach? I teach you to do the same things I did, and I still do in my business today, depending on where you're at, where your goals are, because everyone is in a different place in their business, and that's totally fine. I coach cleaning business owners that are just starting out, who are super smart when they start, so they avoid the pitfalls of doing it themselves, right? That's a great place to start. You can skip making a ton of mistakes and all the crap that comes with that and start building the right habits the right way. Okay, that's the way to do it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to talk about, I have a brand new client. Her name's Julia Baker. She's from Seattle, Washington. Just launched her elite cleaning business called Clean Suite. It's a very high-end concierge residential business catering to executives and families of executives. She left a very high-powered sales job in tech to start her own business because she wanted freedom and she wanted less stress. So she has a great concept, right? But Julia understood from the get-go the power of having a mentor, someone who has already done it. Okay, she has no ego and she has a complete open mind and is ready to learn. She outlined her revenue goals, knows exactly what she wants, and I guarantee you she's gonna make it because she just is very focused. As a matter of fact, we had a session today, and we started working together not even 30 days ago, and she had one client when we first started working together. Now she's just hit 7,000 in income. She has ads on Angie's List, so that's how she got her first client. So it can be done. It can be done. There's another client of mine, Sam from Vermont. She just started her cleaning company this year in February, and when she came to work with me in May, she was at about $2,000 a month. She was solo cleaning. Her revenue at the end of August is about to hit over $15,000 in 4 months in my group program, and she hired people. And then there's Gloria, who was already at $12,000 a month in revenue when we started back in February, and within 6 months we took her to $28,000 a month in about 5 months of working together. So we doubled our income. Actually, we more than doubled our income, right? So there's success stories everywhere in Sisters Who Scale, but the common denominator is they believed in themselves and they wanted it, and they were willing to do whatever it takes. They were willing to invest in themselves, to believe in themselves, to make it happen. And honestly, ladies and gentlemen, this is the only way that it happens. It doesn't happen any other way. If it scares you, it means it's going to challenge you. It means it's a good idea, okay? Our brain is wired to say no, because our brain is wired to protect ourselves, and that's not what you need to do, because you need to step out of your comfort zone to get growth and get change. Okay, so you can spend a ton of time analyzing this and looking at something at it 3 or 4 ways, installing and procrastinating and not making decisions, but you have to realize that you're delaying your own success. You are putting off the gains in income. You are putting off learning how to hire and manage staff correctly. You are putting off getting out of the field, and you're putting off getting that time freedom that you all know that you need, because you tell me you need it all the time, right? Some of you are cleaning 5-6 days a week. You're burnt out. And how do I know you're burnt out? Because I was you. We all come from the same cloth. All of us do. So you can't dream it or wish it. You have to do it. You have to execute. You need to take the steps necessary to build your cleaning business, because it's not going to build itself. And if you don't take the steps to change, in 6 months, I can guarantee you this, you will be in the same position you're on now. And I know that sucks to hear, but it's the honest truth. It's the honest truth, ladies. So let's get into being a boss, okay? Being a boss is 2 different things. It's hard and it's absolutely amazing. 2 things. Why is it both? Because you have to make all the decisions, and you get to make all the decisions. And those 2 things mean 2 completely different things. So a lot of people ask me how I scaled my business, how did I get out of the field? It wasn't fun, right? It wasn't fun at all. So let's talk about the number 1 thing you cannot do. The number 1 thing you cannot do is you cannot let the inmates run the asylum. This has to be my favorite phrase of the whole entire century. What does this mean? You guys, you all kind of know what this means. So you can't let the staff run your business, period. You have to control the situation and you have to provide the structure. There has to be structure, there has to be rules. Employees need rules and guidelines, and that's where a lot of people miss the boat. You know, you think you're making it easier for them to be loose with the rules and stuff, but you're actually making it harder for them because they don't know what to do, okay? So, and if you let them, employees will try and run your business. You need rules, you need guidelines, you need structure. And a lot of times you forget that this is your business, it's your schedule, it's your clients, and you're the boss, right? So they do not tell you how to run your business. And I see this all the time with business owners. It's a huge, huge mistake, and it usually causes massive chaos to your business, and it makes you hate your business because you don't have control of it, okay? So you can't, let me give you an example. You can't have employees in the morning say things to you like, oh, I need to get out early today. Or, oh, I have a doctor's appointment at 12, so I need to leave. Or, can I meet the team at the first house? How many of you, or this one, how about this one? Can you pair me with someone else? I don't look with so-and-so. So as people that have employees now, even if you have like one or two helpers, have you heard these things before? Write down in the chat if you've heard these things before and tell me exactly what they've said to you. You have to remember you're the boss. You make the rules. Rules are meant to be followed in an organization, and staff need order. They need structure. So you can't not have any rules. People thrive. Employees thrive when they follow directions. So you're the one in charge of making the directions, right? And the systems that they can follow that's ultimately going to form your whole entire company. So let's check to see who has ever heard that before. Congratulations. Hi, Cherise. Cherise, I think you're new. Were you on last week, Cherise? I don't remember. Hey, Belinda, how are you? Aramis. Aramis is also doing awesome. Aramis is in the group program. She's in the group program. She hired her first 2 non-family, non-friend employees, and I think she's hitting over, I think she went from 3,000 in the beginning to over 10,000 in August. Although this may have changed because I saw your post today. I don't know if you picked up more Airbnbs, but you'll have to let me know tomorrow on the group call. First time here. Hi, Cherise. I thought you were new. Hi, Peggy. You're new. I think you're brand new, like a couple days in. Welcome to Live at 5. So let's talk about some of the things you have to master. So there's 5 main areas you need to focus on to go from a solo cleaner to having employees. If you want to write these down, definitely feel free to write them down. So the number one thing that you need to get good at is you need to write a great hiring ad. You need to attract the right talent. You can write a really good ad, or you could write a really bad ad and attract the wrong people. So one of the things you have to master is how to write a good one. You need to learn how to attract the right kinds of people to your business. So you can't just throw up a plain hiring ad, a boring ad, without letting people know exactly what you're looking for, okay? So you want people to have attention to detail. We all know that. You want people to show up. You want people that are not full of drama, that follow directions of your company. So you want people that are going to steal, that are ex-convicts, right, with bad felony offenses. We all know that. We can't put those people in houses. So all of these things you need to find out and weed those people out to find the right hire. And how do you do that? You do that in your ad, and you do that in your first interview, okay? If you run a solo cleaning company and they need cars, you need to tell them in the ad that they need to bring their own car because they're going to be driving it, okay? So how you frame this is the number one thing that you need to get good at. People will throw up crappy ads all the time and wonder why they get crappy applicants. And then they make excuses for themselves and they say, well, nobody wants to work. No, it's because you didn't write the ad correctly. Does that make sense? I'm thirsty today. I don't know why. So this is why your ads are not attracting the right type of people. And I always tell everyone, this is a sale. So you're selling this position. And not a lot of people think of it this way. And if you think of it that way, you need to put your best foot forward so you can, dangle that shiny object in front of them so they press apply, okay? You want to put exactly what you want in an applicant in the ad and be super, super detailed, because that's how you get the right people, okay? So, mistake number one, don't make it sound scary. I can't even tell you how many of my clients come to me and we look at their ad and it scares the crap out of me. I wouldn't apply for that job, okay? Stop scaring people away. Don't say things like, this is a very physical job. You have to reframe it, and you say something like, get a workout in while making a paycheck. So you see how that's different? We all know it's labor intensive because it's cleaning, right? But if you say, this is a very physical job, this is so demanding and you have to be in shape, you're going to scare people away. But if you say, get a workout in while making a paycheck, you're actually going to attract someone that likes to have a physical job and that probably is in shape to be able to handle the job. Is that making sense? You see how they're totally different, right? So this sounds fun. It sounds enticing. They can drop their gym membership, go to work, make a paycheck, right? This is how you frame stuff like that. It's different, okay? Number two, you need to learn how to conduct a great interview. So look at what your interview process looks like. If you have no one to bounce it off of, you don't know if your interview process is good. You may think it's good. You may try and put your best foot forward, but you have to bounce, you have to kind of bounce it off each other. And that's one of the many things that we do, in the Sister Sue scale, the Elevate program, is we kind of look at what your interview process looks like. So the biggest thing I see, and I work with a lot of cleaning business owners, I work with 99% cleaning business owners. The biggest thing I see is if you're just looking for bodies to fill the schedule, you're going to hire in a bunch of crazy people, right? This is what I call a desperation hire. Has anyone here hired a desperation hire? I'm raising my hand because I have, and I've brought disaster into my business. Has anyone hired a desperation hire? My interview process is very terrible. Hey, Olivia. Well, I'll be the judge of that. You're going to run it by me. With school starting back, my main tech has shorter work days. Yep, that happens sometimes. So you have to hire people that can have the longer days, because it's your business, it's your schedule, it's not their schedule. Hi, Ashley. I met Ashley today. Ashley's amazing. She's going to do great things. We've done quite a bit of desperation hires. I know. I've done it too, Olivia. Olivia's also in the program. Olivia's doing amazing. Sharice, I have one crazy one now. I have one right now. She's crazy. Do we dare ask how crazy she is, Sharice? They're all crazy. No, I'm only kidding. Some of them are crazy. Some of them drive you crazy too. So the desperation hire, we've done it. I know it's difficult, right? Because we all have to cover the schedule. But you can't bring in the wrong types of people into your homes of your clients that trust you, okay? They trust you, and you have to maintain that trust to keep the relationship. So it's crucial to maintain your reputation. So you need to screen people out that you bring into the houses that are a right fit for your company. And sometimes this takes time. It's difficult. I've been there. I'm still there today. Okay, I still do it. So you have to ask qualifying questions because you're trying to weed people out. When I go through my process, I try and weed people out. I try and click the X on Indeed more than I check it, okay? I try and weed people out. So the goal of both the hiring ad and the interview is to weed the wrong people out because you want to get rid of the wrong people. So this is very important. And if any of you need help with this, comment hiring, because I'm curious how many of you struggle with how to interview and what questions to ask. So less people make it to the second interview. I do 2 interviews, second interview, because if you did a good job screening them out, less people are making it, okay? You don't want to take anyone to the second interview, okay? So that was number 2. So number 3, let's talk about your onboarding process. Your onboarding process, you should have your rules and all your regulations set up. So now you've hired them. Now you have to bring them on board. So What does your onboarding process look like? Do you have an HR team or an extended HR team that can help you? I know for those of you that don't know, there's a company called Gusto that does payroll that has an amazing HR section. A lot of people in the cleaning industry use Gusto for payroll. If you are interested in learning more about Gusto, I have a affiliate code actually, and then they'll give you $100 off if you do a trial with them. So that's kind of worth it. So do you have something they fill out? Do you know what documents you need to get from them? All right. Are there any apps they need to download before they start working for your company? Are you using ZenMaid? Are you using Jobber? Are you using Slack? Things like that, right? Your CRM, your payroll, things like that. Do they need to do any onboarding before they go out in the field with all the apps and stuff like that? Are you taking their social security so you can put them on W-2? Most of your people should be on W-2. They shouldn't be 1099s. I'm just going to say that. You can get in a lot of trouble if you have 1099s and you're treating them like an employee. On the smaller scale, you won't, but as you get larger, the fines are very, very hefty from the government, okay? Because it's technically illegal. So transferring from paying under the table as well to W-2 is one of the most necessary things you have to do if you want to scale your business. So you need all the right documentation to pay them, legally. And if you work with me, if you ever want to sell your company, you can never pay employees under the table because you have to show how much you're bringing in, right? That's the big thing, right? You can never sell a company to say, oh, I take cash payments from all my clients and I pay all my staff employee, under the table. No one will buy your business. You have to be 100% legit. Everything has to be on paper, okay? Plus, you also can write your payroll off, all right? So that's what a lot of people don't understand. If you're paying people cash, you can't write the payroll off. If you're paying people on the books, you can write the whole thing off. So why wouldn't you do that, all right? So here's the next thing. The next must-have being able to transition from being a solo cleaner, right, is mastering your training system. So your system of cleaning, your structure, your maid training. Okay, what is it? Like, do you have one? Is it written out? Do you have them watch videos? Do you train them yourself? Do you go in the field and train them yourself? Or do you have a team trainer? I have team trainers. I have three trainers. We have 3 tiers of management. We have a trainer that goes out with new trainees and trains the new people. And when I work with my coaching clients, I teach you how to set your management levels up, how to empower your teams, and how to get them as productive as you can so they make money for you, okay? This is another thing you have to master if you're going to stop cleaning and get out of the field, because this gives you time freedom. You need to build your tiers of management, and it gives you time freedom. So establishing what's called a team leader that is possibly also a team trainer is crucial to you to building and scaling your business. I don't train my people anymore. I have trainers that train it. So I have layered that layer of management, so I no longer have to physically. I go in the morning, I get my teams out, and I'm remote for the rest of the morning, and then I'm doing this in afternoon with my clients. So that's crucial to scaling your business and getting the freedom that you need. So how many of you are struggling with this? If you're struggling with this, type the word training so I can see who's having issues. This is something that businesses overlook, but you have to have a complete system of how you clean a home or how you clean a business so it can be duplicatable, because you don't want all your people cleaning a different way, okay? What happens when that happens? You just bring chaos, right? Things can get missed, you know that. And if things get missed, you get canceled clients. So having a system, like McDonald's has a way they make their French fries or hamburgers, everything tastes the same. You need a system of how you go into a house and you attack the house the same exact way every single time. And if you're in teams of 2, they know exactly what they're doing. They know what's being cleaned in a bathroom, what's being cleaned in a kitchen, on a basic clean, on a deep clean, right? It's a very systematic thing. So this is another thing I work with on my teams with everyone. So let me just check in here. No issues yet. Working on the written stuff over the weekend. Yep. Training. Candace, training. Belinda training. Yep, I saw Belinda. I'm liking all these. Charisse training. I don't know what Maidily is. Interesting, Gusto. I will go through this after the end, and I'll send you all the links. Belinda, how long should it take for a tech to become a team leader than a trainer? Kind of depends on their skill set. If they came from a big company, like a franchise, like the Maids or Merry Maids, they've been cleaning for a long time. I have fast-tracked team leads in 30 days. But then I have them trained for about 30 to 60 days. In between like 30 and 60, somewhere around 45. They usually can get it and they can go out on their own with someone else. That's my process. And people that are ready for management will raise their hand. You'll be able to tell when they're ready to be a leader. Olivia, our interview and training process could be better. I don't think we've talked about that yet. Olivia, we should talk about that. Let's talk about that tomorrow on the call. Okay, the next one, which is fun, is number 5. Creating a fun and friendly environment to work in. Your company culture. This is like a mystical thing. People don't know what a company culture is. You have to create a fun place to come to work, right? This, believe it or not, your company culture is one of the most important reasons why people will stay with you. Because people stay. So we know we're not paying people $100,000 salaries, right? We all know that. We know what we're paying them. They stay because they like their boss. They stay because they like their coworkers. And obviously they like to clean, right? Someone that's going to apply for this job likes to clean. Those are the 2 reasons. 2 reasons why people leave their companies: their coworkers and their bosses. So if you know that, you have to fix that, right? We have to fix it. So they stay with you because they like coming to work. They like where they work. They like you. They like their coworkers, right? A lot of people think it's the pay level. And although, sometimes it is, like, obviously they have to, make a good paycheck, a good livable wage paycheck, right? But it's not what makes people stay, right? Employees want to come to work because they like the company, they feel valued, and they feel respected. Those are the 2 things. They want to feel that you value that they're, and appreciate the hard work they're doing. They want to feel respected. So why can't we all pull that off? Why does everyone F that up, right? Think about that for a second. Why does everyone F that up? I get emotional about it because it's a human thing, right? To treat people like humans and to be good and to motivate them and stuff is we all want to feel good about coming to work, right? So, and that's the reason why they leave. Do you use solo team models? I use both, Peggy. I like both. We do a mix of things. Teams of 2. Teams of 3 are disasters. Teams of 2 and solo, that's what we use. So is this all making sense to everyone? Who here is struggling with any of these 5 above mentioned items? Write down who's struggling. Let me know who's telling me. So, because if you are, okay, if you're struggling with any of this stuff, we should have a talk, right? If you are ready to make a change and you want to get the hell out of the field, who wants to get out of the field? Let's raise their hand. If you want to get out of the field, type drop the broom, because this training is beyond the broom. 5 secrets from shifting from solo to CEO. If you want to get out of the field, type drop the broom. I'll reach out to you. I'll tell you a little bit about what I do. I'll tell you a little about the clients that are currently in the programs, all the stuff. I think I talked about them in the beginning of the training. See if it's a good fit for you, right? I don't work with everyone because I only want to work with the people that are truly committed to making a change. Why? Because those are the people that are going to make the best results. They're gonna have the greatest results. They're gonna make a change in their lives. They're gonna make a change in their families' lives. I see it all the time. So don't contact me if you're not ready. How do I say that in another way? Some people aren't ready, right? Some people are not ready. You have to be all in. Okay? You have to be all in. You have to be ready to do whatever it takes. I have a group program that we have an amazing group in that group program. They're all making like fantastic strides. It's cool. We meet once a week. It's a 6-month program. That's really great. Then I have private sessions. Some people like to learn privately by themselves. It all depends on your learning style. It's the same information. So if anyone's interested, press drop the broom. Let's see if anyone would drop the broom. Or drop the broom. All of you, right? No kidding, right? The broom. Get rid of the broom. We like the broom because we picked it up to clean, right? But at the end of the day, we're tired because cleaning's hard work. Peggy, I'm liking all these. Belinda, drop the broom. Drop it all. Cindy, I love you. So funny. Drop the broom. Look, everyone like that. Drop the broom. Drop the mop. Drop the spray bottle. Drop the microfibers. Drop the end dust. Drop the cell suds. Drop it all. You guys are awesome. All right, I'm going to reach out to you. I know, Candace, we're just waiting on a timing thing for you. I know that you're going to be in the program very, very soon, and I can't wait to help you. I can't wait to help you. Candace, definitely struggling with 5 at first, not much. Okay. Drop it all. That's it. Sydney's phrase of the day, drop it all. That's hilarious. Oh my God. I hope you all have an amazing evening, ladies. Let me know if you have any questions. Everyone that said drop the broom, I'm gonna contact you in the next 24 hours. We'll set up some strategy calls to get you guys the hell out of the field because it's awesome on this side. You need to get out of your... Candace, you need to get out of your own way. You know that. You know it. I'll help you. You're welcome, Belinda. So glad to see you on. All right, if you're on replay, I still read the comments after, so feel free to comment on anything that you've seen. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. I will see you next week. Or my group program people, I will see you tomorrow night at 5. All right, have an awesome night. Take care.